Recorded Books and One Click Digital present The Book of Stolen Tales by D.J. McIntosh. Narrated by James Yaegashi. In December 1631, Naples fell dark. Mount Vesuvius erupted, sending burning ash and toxic gas onto the settlements below. 1 year later, plague swept through the city. The origins of that plague are unknown to this day. A European estate, All Souls Day. Firelight on the faces of the villagers showed their lust for the burning. They held their torches proudly in front of the captain and his guard. Stunted and malnourished from years spent working in the mines, the villagers leapt at the chance to destroy the noble family's precious property. They fought over who would throw the first firebrand, yearning to see the great estate crumble and burn. Throughout the day, encouraged by the Lord's guard, the villagers set about destroying the garden. They'd ripped up the maze of boxed yew hedges, the cedars clipped into shapes of unicorns and centaurs, and carefully tended orange trees, bunching them in a ring around the stately home. The much-admired statue of Eros and Psyche stood under a little arbor thronged with roses, their blossoms long turned a papery brown, but their leaves still verdant after a prolonged summer. The sculptor believed he'd seen the forms of the two lovers in the gray veins of the prized Brocatelle marble. In contrast to the other garden ornaments, this statue had a compelling authenticity. The villagers pried it from its base with brutal force and threw it against the massive entrance doors. They smashed stone outbuildings and piled the rocks on top of the sculpture, demolished wooden stables, and added this wreckage to the ring of uprooted trees and hedges. They sealed doors and windows with hot pitch. Enclosed in the circle of vegetation, the great building loomed out of the fog like a pale monument. The time had come. The captain brought down his hand swiftly and issued the order. His soldiers knelt and raised their muskets. They opened fire. The villagers, unable to comprehend how they had suddenly become targets, froze in shock. Cruel pikes impaled those not felled by bullets. A young man whose wits had not yet left him broke away and tried to crash through the gauntlet of the soldiers' line, but one of the men punctured and gutted the boy's belly with his rapier. The massacre ended.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?